Hey GenderqueerChat viewers, my name is Christina and it's Wednesday, and the topic this week is what has been your highest and lowest point along your gender journey. So I can't really think of specific points in time, so I'm just going to talk about things that in my gender journey have been fantastic, and one thing that has been fantastic and one thing that has been not so fantastic. I have to get to sleep, so I'm going to make this quick. So, I'll start with my lowest point. So my lowest point in my gender journey is that I can't really effectively, I can't seem to, maybe I'll find a way, I can't seem to effectively or comfortably bind, which kind of sucks, because sometimes I want to be able to bind. Granted, if I don't look in the mirror, I don't really think about having my chest there. I'm not super aware of my physical body, and things like that. So, unless I look in the mirror and realize, hey, actually have a decently sized chest, I don't know, I just don't think about it that much. With the size of the chest that I do have, it's not extremely large, but it is a little bit larger than the average female-bodied person. So, I can't seem to bind all that well. If anybody has tips for larger-chested people who want to bind, that would be cool. I've tried the 997 from Underworks, full-length double compression, whatever the heck it is, which is okay, but it's not, I don't know if I'm not placing things correctly or what, but it's not totally working for me. So, I don't know, I'm gonna try to see if I can find some other binders that will hopefully work better. And then the other issue is that it's kind of a long issue that I don't really want to get into, but basically, my binding has made me, for reasons that I have, and for most people, I would think, it kind of constricts your breathing a little bit. So that has been extremely uncomfortable for me. So, I kind of avoid binding unless I'm, I used to do drag about a year ago, so I did bind then, but I haven't really been binding that much lately, because it's too much of a hassle. And then the other thing, too, is that I get more self-conscious when I'm binding, which I may have mentioned in the previous video, possibly, is that if I'm binding, I'm constantly thinking about, am I passing as male? Do I look weird? Do I, yada yada yada, like, what are people thinking of me? Whereas if I'm not binding, I imagine that most of the time I look kind of like a cis woman, and if I do pass as male, that's just icing on the cake. That's fantastic, but because it's so, out of the norm. So if I'm not binding, I'm not really worrying about that as much. So the high point of my gender journey, I'm going to have to say, is probably being on this channel. Honestly, it's pretty awesome to be able to reach out and offer my opinion and my experiences and hopefully help other people. Which, by the way, I'm going to mention because I may as well, since I have time. I ran into someone who is a viewer of our channel the other day, a week ago or something. I can't remember the exact day, but regardless, they came up to me. It was at a trans-masculine support group here locally where I am, and I just happened to come across someone who said they recognized me from YouTube. So I'm like, that's awesome! So, shout out to you, Becky, who's watching, who recently discovered that they were gender fluid. So, yeah, awesome, good on you. And I'm hoping that you don't mind me just mentioning your name. Anyway, so that's pretty awesome. I mean, coming onto this channel, like, I knew people would be watching it, but you kind of don't think about that you're actually might be affecting some people. So apparently my videos helped this Becky to come to grips with their gender fluid identity, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, to you know, that they can relate to my videos, and Joe, you too, if you're watching, they can relate to your videos too. Yeah, so I am most certainly thankful for being on this channel, for sure. It's pretty awesome. So that about wraps it up for this week. I'm sorry I don't really have more to say, but I'll see you guys next week. Bye.